Are you tired of tossing and turning, watching the clock tick by night after night? What if the secret to unlocking deep, restorative sleep was hiding in your kitchen all along? Stay tuned as we unveil the ultimate nighttime snacks that promise to whisk you away to dreamland faster than you can say good night. From the science-backed benefits to mouth-watering suggestions, we've got everything you need to transform your nights and wake up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Guess what I found out? Back in 2015, the American Academy of Sleep Medicine and the Sleep Research Society got together and made a huge announcement. They said if we're not getting at least 7 hours of sleep most nights, we're setting ourselves up for some not so fun stuff like gaining weight, higher chances of diabetes, blood pressure issues, and even depression. So let's try to avoid all of those things by eating these 8 foods for better sleep backed by science. Let's dive in. Let's kick things off with the kiwi. Ah, the kiwi fruit, or as some like to call it, the Chinese gooseberry. You know it, right? That little fruit with the fuzzy skin and that zingy sour taste that makes your lips pucker. But here's a fun twist. It turns out kiwis might just be a bit of a sleep superhero. I came across this study where people who weren't sleeping all that well started eating kiwis on the regular, and you won't believe it. Within a month, they were snoozing faster, clocking in more sleep, and just having a better sleep experience overall. Moving on to tart cherries, did you know there's this super cool hormone called melatonin that helps regulate our sleep cycles? It's made from another feel-good hormone, serotonin. Now, only a handful of foods naturally have melatonin in them. And guess what? Tart cherries are on that exclusive list. There was this study I read about where folks tried out tart cherry juice concentrate, and the results were pretty sweet. They ended up spending more time in bed, clocking in more overall sleep, and just having a more efficient sleep. Let's shine the spotlight on tomatoes. Tomatoes are kind of like nature's little helpers when it comes to sleep, all thanks to their melatonin magic. Sure, the amount of melatonin can change depending on the time of year, the tomato type, and a bunch of other factors, but overall, they're pretty awesome for sleep. Get this, there was this study with women who weren't sleeping all that great, and the ones who munched on beefsteak tomatoes before hitting the hay reported way better sleep quality. And there's more. Another study found that folks who barely catch any Z's tend to skimp on lycopene, this super beneficial stuff in tomatoes. Makes you think maybe it's time to add a little tomato snack to your bedtime routine, huh? Now let's talk about mushrooms. So not a lot of foods come packed with vitamin D, but here's a fun fact. Mushrooms that have had a little sunbath under UV light are like little vitamin D powerhouses. Just a half cup of these guys can give you about 46% of your daily vitamin D needs. Cool, right? Just make sure to check the label or hit up the manufacturer to make sure you're getting the vitamin D goodness. And here's why it matters. Not getting enough vitamin D can mess with your sleep big time, leading to stuff like not sleeping well, not sleeping enough, and feeling super groggy during the day. Who knew mushrooms could be so important for catching those Z's, right? And now let's chat about peanuts. Ever heard of tryptophan? It's this nifty amino acid that helps make serotonin, a brain chemical that's all about keeping our sleep-wake cycle in check. And guess what? Peanuts are packed with it. But it's not just peanuts. Turkey, milk, and eggs are also part of the tryptophan crew. I read in nutrition research that munching on foods rich in tryptophan could be a game changer for snagging some quality sleep. Pretty cool, huh? So, maybe it's time to give peanuts a little more credit at snack time. Let's dive into yogurt next. You know how sometimes you wake up feeling like you're still half asleep? Well, yogurt might just have a fix for that. It's got this protein called alpha-lactalbumin. Fancy name, right? It's found in the whey part of dairy products. And guess what? It could help you feel less groggy and more sharp-eyed in the morning. And there's more. Yogurt's also got calcium, and not getting enough of that has been linked to trouble falling asleep and not feeling rested even after you do. So maybe it's a good idea to keep some yogurt handy for a bedtime snack. Now let's talk about salmon. Salmon isn't just a treat for your taste buds. It's like a superfood for your sleep too. We all know omega-3s are great for the heart and brain, but did you know they're also sleep superheroes? Yep, chowing down on fatty fish like salmon can actually help you sleep better. It's all about keeping your body's internal clock ticking just right. Skimping on omega-3s might just be the reason you're counting sheep at night. So maybe it's time to make salmon a regular guest at your dinner table. Now let's chat about pumpkin seeds. Did you know these little guys are like a secret weapon for better sleep? Thanks to being loaded with magnesium, pumpkin seeds might just be the ticket to longer, more satisfying snoozes. There's some research out there that links not getting enough magnesium to really short nights of sleep. We're talking less than 5 hours and feeling super sleepy during the day. So maybe it's a good idea to keep a stash of pumpkin seeds for a pre-bedtime snack. Before you nod off though, do us a quick favor. Hit that like button if you found these tips helpful and are ready to embrace the night with open arms. Got a secret bedtime snack that sends you straight to Snoozeville? We're all ears. Drop it in the comments below to share with others. Catch you in the next video.